It's the worst feeling in the world, isn't it? The worst feeling in the world when you're a fan of a team where you already know halfway through the season, it's over. It is over. There are no redeeming qualities. There's nothing that's going to save it. It's done. It's a wrap. And yet, you have to play out the string of the last 8 games of the season, all the while knowing that you don't have a first-round pick to play with. That is the plight of the 2019 Chicago Bears. They're 3-5, lost 4 games in a row. What in the hell would make you think that they have a chance to turn this thing around? What? Imagination. They've already lost more games halfway through this season than they did in the entirety of 2018. It's over. It's over. I mean, and that's the worst part of it. You can't even sit there and say, well, lose them all and tank and go get a new quarterback, because that ain't getting the deal done either. But anyways, ride out the string we must, which brings us to Sunday's game in Soldier Field. The Detroit Lions come in at 3-4-1, losers last week in Oakland, to take on my beloved Chicago Bears, who are now 3-5, losers of 4 in a row, and haven't won a game since September. You look at this matchup, it's a divisional rivalry game, although I don't know that the Lions and the Bears ever really look at each other as great rivals. I know they are, but I've never really felt that way towards the Lions. I don't think Lions fans feel that way towards the Bears. But you look at this game heading into it, without Kerryon Johnson, some other injuries, you're going to be looking at the Lions, expecting Matthew Stafford to have to carry a big load against what is supposed to be really still a top-flight Bears defense. All over the past few weeks, I really haven't seen it, especially since the Akeem Hicks injury. This defense clearly has not been the same. So the Lions might be looking to their running back by committee to be able to do something against this Bears run defense, and all the while trying to get something out of their own struggling defense, because this Lions defense has been pretty bad this year. Really bad at other times. But if there is ever a get-right game for your defense, it is against Mitchell Trubisky, Matt Nagy, and the Chicago Bears offense. They're one of the worst in the league, and by God, you see it. You know it. They earned it. Imagine being one of those idiots. Talk about early in the year. Wait until Trubisky balls out. Oh, still waiting. Oh, still waiting. Oh, still waiting. Guess what? Oh, you're going to have to keep waiting. This whole notion of him balling out. So what? He balls out so he does it the second time in his 3-year career? Woo! I mean, give me a freaking break. Trubisky is shot. He has no confidence. His mechanics are awful. His footwork is abysmal. His pocket presence non-existent. He's playing like a scared quarterback. And when you've got a quarterback that is scared, they are done, period. And by perpetuating putting him out there, all you were doing is making things worse and ruining him even more. So as much as you might like to say the Lions' defense is a great opportunity for Trubisky and Nagy to figure things out and get things right, the reality of the matter is this is as much as anything a chance for the Lions' defense to turn it around and figure it out and get things right, because the Bears' offense has been that bad and brutal. Expecting this Bears offense to all of a sudden figure it out and piece it together is more than hoping. That's being delusional. Because it ain't happening. It ain't happening. An offensive line can't block. The quarterback can't throw. And the head coach can't call plays to save his damn life. And this whole notion of, well, I saw Rich Eisen posted something really stupid. I know it wasn't directly attributed to him in the sense of he said it. He was reporting what somebody else had told him about last year the Bears did all these gimmicks, and now that you don't have the gimmicks, it's really hurt Trubisky, and those gimmicks hurt Trubisky last year. No, ding dong, dumb dick. They haven't even tried those gimmicks this year. They're trying none of that. They're just going through the motions. If you ever want to see what an NFL team and their offense going through the motions looks like, with a defeatist type of attitude, it is the Chicago Bears. Part of the problem is Matt Nagy's forgotten how to gimmick. He's not even gimmicking. Like the one thing that they had that was their identity last year on offense, which isn't a good long-term sustainable identity you have anyways, they don't even have anymore. They don't even gimmick. They just do basic stuff. If they were running double reverses and halfback option passes and hook and ladders and things, flea flickers and things like that, I would say, you know what? At least they are trying to do something different. At least they are trying to shake it up. Wildcat, something. They're not even doing that. They're not even trying. And that's what's so abysmal about it. So this whole notion of all those gimmicks they ran last year put Trubisky in this offense in the shape they're in this year. How the hell would you know that? What a stupid thing to say because they're not even doing them. They're not even trying them. And that has nothing to do with the fact that Trubisky's footwork is bad, his mechanics are awful, his accuracy is severely lacking, and his pocket presence is next level Grossman type bad. And the simple fact of the matter is mentally he's fooked. He can't see the field. And even if he does see the field, he can't read and react to what he is seeing. And even on that rare time that you happen to find somebody streaking down the field wide freaking open, Trubisky's late to get it there, and it's off the mark when he does happen to get it there. Look at last week's game. The big bomb to Gabriel, if he even puts it close to totally in stride, it's a touchdown. David Montgomery, he threw the ball behind him, even though Montgomery didn't have anybody 15 yards within him. When you look at the keys of the game for Detroit, I look at what Zach Ertz did against the Bears last week and say you need to get a similar type of performance out of TJ Hawkinson. For all this hype about Roquan Smith and how special he is, I sure as hell would like to see it sometime. The Bears linebackers are supposed to be so damn good. I would like to see it sometime. If you're the Lions, you should be structuring your game plan in the passing game around getting TJ Hawkinson involved early and often. And then trying to keep some balance with your running game. I know you don't have Kerryon Johnson, he's on IR. But you at least got to try. And try it running down the Bears' throats because the last few weeks they haven't been the same team in this 4-game losing streak. They can't stop the run effectively up the middle. So you got to at least try to put some balance in the game and in the offensive game plan and not totally put it on Matthew Stafford's shoulders. And then don't be stupid on offense. There's not a whole lot of reason to have to blitz or do a lot of exotic coverages. The whole mindset of keep it simple, stupid really applies here. Do basic things. Keep guys in front of you. Tackle. Don't blow your assignments. Don't gamble. And you'll be fine. Like that's the thing to me with even bad defensive units like the Lions have this year. Trubisky is nothing. And Matt Nagy as a play caller is nothing. Don't get cute. Just don't get cute. And you'll be just fine. And for the Chicago Bears, first and foremost, their defense actually has to dominate again. You can make the stories up about time of possession. You could do this and you could do that and say it's got to be frustrating, it's got to be hard. No, you know what? It is all of that. And it is still their job to play up to the level of investment that has been put into that side of the ball. Paging Eddie Jackson, where the hell are you? Roquan Smith, you're supposed to be a top 10 talent and a future All-Pro. I sure as hell would like to see it sometime. Leonard Floyd, you were a top 10 pick. Sure would be nice for once in your damn career to actually see it. If your defense has been that negatively impacted because of one guy, Akeem Hicks, being out of the damn lineup, then what does that say about your damn defense to begin with? Nah, the hell with that. Eddie Goldman's supposed to be this big-time run stuffer up the middle. That's why they gave him a contract extension. How about he starts stuffing the damn run up the middle? It's ridiculous. You're supposed to be a dominant unit, then play like it. If you're outside at corner, stop being 10, 12 yards off the damn guy every time. Stupid. No, they have to actually be dominant again. Stop making excuses for him. And then on offense, your quarterback sucks, Nagy. Run the damn ball. 25 carries for David Montgomery, 10 for Tariq Cohen. Is that hard to grasp? You nincompoop. No, it's not. So of course it is, because Nagy is a nincompoop, a numbskull, and in over his head, and you guys are starting to realize that. As easy as it is to blame the crappy quarterback, as easy as it is to blame Trubisky, as easy as it is to throw everything at his feet, and he deserves a lot of the blame, don't get me wrong. Who's the head coach and play caller who consistently puts him in bad situations? Who's the head coach and play caller who consistently comes up with a crappy game plan? That's not Mitchell Trubisky. That's Matt Nagy, you morons. As far as who wins this game, does anybody win this game? Fine. I'll pick the Bears to win because as much as I know this season is over, and as much as I know that this team feels like a team that's ready to cave in and totally give up, there still is that piece of me that wants to believe that the season isn't totally over yet, even though I damn good well know better. And at least if anything else, the Lions ain't even damn good either. So I'll take the Bears to win like 16-13. Just hurry up and get this season done and over with.